I'm back! Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Prince Jules NYC. I'm 27 years old and one of my biggest pet peeves is butter that isn't soft enough to spread. It really drives me crazy. I have to kick off this video with a huge congratulations to the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 5, and spoiler alert, Shea Coulee.
Miss Coulée, I've come to get it. Gonna go all the way, bitch, don't forget it. Eyes on the prize, I'm the one to be. Cause I'm sick and I'm fierce and cocky.
Congrats, Shea. As I've said before, this channel is ultimately a Shea Coulee stan account. She's shown so much growth from season 9. She's brought the looks, she's brought the jokes, she's brought the amazing lip syncs, and overall, I'm so proud of her. Not to tell you my story of when I met her. Fun fact, I actually met Shea Coulee in Brooklyn once. I believe she was visiting for Bushwig, which is a drag festival that happens every year in Brooklyn. And I was at Metro. It was a random day of the week, maybe like Wednesday, and she was there out of drag. I offered to buy her a drink, which I thought would be a good way in to have a conversation, but it was super light. I just said hi, like, I respect you. I think you've done incredible things for the culture. I'm so proud of you. Here, what would you like? And I got her, can't remember what it was. I think it was like a vodka soda, something like really basic. And that was that. I went outside because there's a patio at this bar, and 10 seconds later, she comes out to the patio and sits next to me and is just super chatty, very friendly, and super welcoming. And I'll never forget that. It was wonderful and everything I hoped for when I met her. She just was very nice. So now that the spoiler is out of the way, let's talk about the final episode. I'm so sad. During this episode, we see the eliminated queens all come back, kind of to resolve some of the past drama. Ultimately, the main one was obviously the Alexis and India drama. Finally, the truth comes out. When the whole thing happened, I gave India the benefit of the doubt, but she is basically a two-faced liar. She said the words, and I quote, "Alexis and Mayhem came to me and asked me to put your lipstick in," end quote, to Shea. That did not happen. Lies, lies, lies.
The most BAM!
The hell
Bananas.
During the episode that played out, it was kind of played out as more of a miscommunication than anything else, but that was a straight up lie from India. They really gave her a pass, but I would not have given her a pass. So this final episode is kind of a classic songwriting episode. The past few seasons have had a similar format. Songwriting, it's choreography. They didn't film the songwriting process, so we kind of just jumped into the choreography. I saw a lot of people complain on Twitter about Shea getting more complicated choreography, and while I understand that sentiment, I feel like, well, first of all, she won, so moot point, but I kind of saw it as almost like a progressive tax. Like, if you have more talent, like, you should get more of a especially if it's dancing. Like, this challenge is something that's meant for dancing, and not all queens are going to be good at dancing. So I think having the same choreography for all of them would just be unfair. So I actually thought it was good that Todrick gave Shea a little bit more of a challenge, and for me, that just is more of an opportunity to rise to the challenge. Let's talk about how they performed. I broke my thoughts down into verses, the looks, and the actual dancing, the performance. Let's talk about the verses. First of all, I thought all of them and the song in general was a huge letdown. Regi Wrote You is still gonna be the greatest Drag Race songwriting we've seen, but this was particularly unfortunate. I thought it was a little bit muffled, so I could barely hear what they were saying. Jujubee's, there wasn't really much there. I feel like she has so much songwriting talent from the earlier episodes. This was, there wasn't much that I reacted to. I thought Cracker had the best lyrics. I wrote down, "Making haters eat it like time for dinner. Mad cause your man wants an All Stars winner." Like that actually was good. She tried it. Shea, same thing with Jujubee. It was a little bit muffled. It did respond to need a good reading and I'm your girl. Like there was a little bit there, but the bulk part of it, I couldn't really make out what she was saying. In terms of the looks, this is a little bit more straightforward. I think Shea just had the best. I mean, with the lime green hair, and that bodysuit was incredible. Cracker also looked cute. It was very Cracker. That's very classic. I feel like her silhouette, and I liked it. And Jujubee's was a miss for me, unfortunately. I didn't like it as much. In terms of the actual performance though, Shea killed it. She was my favorite. I thought she slammed her choreography. The way also her hair moved during those dances was mesmerizing. I thought Cracker did a good job as well. She didn't really have much choreography. So while I thought she did a good job and like she had a reveal and it was fine, it wasn't exciting, but she did a good job. Jujubee looked terrified. I was the entire time just like, oh, she like looks so scared. At this point, even just looking at this challenge, I feel like Shea won the season just from the challenge alone. Let's talk about the runway, and this is gonna be a long one because all of the queens came back. So I'm just gonna shout out my initial thoughts. Derrick Barry, didn't like the hair, the dress was kind of fine. Meh. Ongina, I like that she referenced her season 1, I believe her finale look. I thought she looked great, actually. It didn't really stand out, but she looked great. Mariah's I thought was really boring. It's just kind of a regular like stoned gown that was pretty. It didn't do much for me. India's, all I can say is, may I call you jiggly? Alexis, I had a similar feeling as I did with Mariah. I thought she looked great, but come on, like give us something new. It was very safe. Blair St. Clair, I thought looked phenomenal. The hair, the stones, it just was so stunning. The same designer made Blair, Jujubee's, and Cracker's outfits, Diego Montoya. Blair, like I said, was fabulous. Jujubee's was amazing. My one thing, and this applies to Jujubee and Blair's looks, while both were stunning and incredible, Sasha Velour, I feel like, has done those looks better. Cracker's I didn't like as much, unfortunately, but I did love the ankle-length hair. And Shea's was gorgeous. I mean, her whole story about her drag being a love letter to Black women, and she just looks like a doll. It was incredible, super gorgeous. So obviously I'm gonna say Jujubee had the best outfit, and followed by Blair, and then I would say Shea. Then we come to the final lip sync, and honestly, I've watched it twice now. And the first time, maybe it's because I'm biased, I realize that's possible, but I couldn't take my eyes off of Shea. First of all, she looked amazing. I thought she looked the best in that final lip sync. And she certainly was more subtle with her movements, but I think it was more impactful. I thought she nailed it, hands down. What an interesting season. I do feel like overall this hasn't been one of my favorite All-Star seasons. Especially earlier in the season, they just weren't bringing it. I feel like Ongina, Derrick, Mayhem, Mariah, they weren't bringing it enough for me in the beginning, so it wasn't as much of a fight. But I feel like the fight really came at the end, like towards the top 5. Why don't we react to Shea finding out about her win?
Oh my god, this is the final act.
Cracker, what are you wearing?
Shea looks like a winner. Shea's the only one that looks like a winner in this. Oh my gosh, so good.
Oh my god.
And throughout the All Stars season, I've made some decisions.
Here we
My
go.
stomach. Oh my god.
I know. You should have had that quesadilla.
Crouching tiger, hidden drag queen. I'm about to cut this bitch up.
Ma'am, the crowd
I hate you so much.
there. I am feet away. There's
I literally.
Just grab it, girl.
slip through my fingers.
Yeah, she was staring at that crown. Wow, Shea really does look amazing.
Not a second time.
Grab it and run.
I thought about it.
Oh, yeah!
Yes.
The next queen to be inducted into the drag.
Okay, so it's so funny how this works because they each film a win, or the show is filmed with each of them winning. I wonder if there is a tie component that's filmed as well.
Grace Hall of Fame is Shea Coulee. My queen.
I wish I could be there with
I know, I want to give you a snuggle.
Oh, this is so cute.
Scepter is a lot heavier than I thought, but that's okay.
So cute. But also so sad that, I fucking hate COVID.
Because I look sickening. No.
My queen. Is there anything you'd like to say?
My name is Shea Coulee, and I didn't come to slay. I came to win!
Now, remember, if you can't love yourself.
Jujubee is pissed. She is pissed off.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with the world now that you are a queen?
Fart.
Just let it out, girl.
I'm holding it in.
Like, I just want to be like,
I know.
Digital hugs.
I love you guys.